Welcome back. We are still on Eden Prime, though we are very nearly done here. Well, let's recap the mission. We arrived with 4 people, and two of whom have died. Nihilus at the hands of Saren, so there's really nothing we could have done about that. And Jenkins, I suppose, was just not quite ready for this. And I guess there's nothing we really could have done there either. But we got what we actually came for, the beacon. So let's get this baby on the ship before anything else happens to it.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Do you think getting too close to it might activate it, Kaidan? I know you have a childlike wonder about the world. See what you did? Now I gotta save ya.
Shepard!
No, don't touch her. It's too dangerous.
Oh great, yet another failure. That beacon looks pretty broken to me. Nice chair.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy. A human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Kaidan's looking really dark and brooding over there.
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Believe it or not, this does not get you 2 renegade points, so I'm going here.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh. Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
The Geth would have wiped out the whole colony if I hadn't stopped them.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Quite honestly, looking at the video, it was a bunch of orange flashes. I don't know how you get death and destruction out of that.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
They'll think I'm crazy.
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
All right, and that's how Eden Prime concludes, back on the Normandy. We are in the med bay. I don't believe we've been here before. This is a storage room. This will not be the last time we'll be in here. And this is a station from which you can replenish your metagel, and it has an unlimited supply. We didn't actually use very much. I'm not sure we used any down there, but we touched it anyway just because of the codex. All right.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Remember back in episode 1 when I said that there was a small benefit to be playing FemShep? Well, that benefit is here, at this moment, at this place. If you play male Shep, Ashley's the one standing over there, and Kaidan is standing over there. And you can go and approach Ashley and have a chat with her, and you can get 2 Renegade points or 2 Paragon points during that conversation. Then, when you go over there to talk to Kaidan, you can actually invoke a conversation with him. It's basically one of those passing by type conversations where he just says that what he just said, glad to see you're okay. And that's it. Here, I can, as FemShep, I can talk to the both of them, and I can get, and basically it's 2 Paragon, 2 Renegade in both cases. So there's 2 extra Paragon points here playing playing as FemShep. I really don't know why. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but that was one of the reasons I'm playing as FemShep. All right, let's talk.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
This option gets you 2 Paragon. This 2 Renegade.
Dead Marines, dead colonists, and in the end, we still didn't get that beacon.
Maybe you're right. Things went bad. Real bad. I still can't believe we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I never met my parents. If they wanted to see me, they'd have contacted me after that mess a few years back.
Oh, that's right, a cruise. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
Honestly, I don't see any reason not to disclose at this point with him.
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
And there's my 2 Renegade points. Now this is a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm not sure if this happens because of the way we treated Ashley when we first met her. We were a little firm. We told her that, to stay here, we'll take care of this, and fine, come with us. But this first chat with her, this first round, is negative no matter what. It's weird.
After what happened to Jenkins, the crew could use some good news. They'll be glad to hear you're okay.
So here, I can just say, I'm leaving. This is clearly Renegade, but this, as a Paragon choice, not so nice. But there's actually no Renegade points or Paragon points here, so it doesn't matter.
Sounds like you're disappointed I survived.
I never want to see anything bad happen to a fellow Marine, Commander. Let's just leave it at that.
And here, on this round 2, you finally can patch things up between you and Ashley. So it's weird that you have to step over that ugliness, but you do.
I think we got off on the wrong foot, Williams. Maybe we could start again.
I'm not one to hold a grudge. I think we're all looking to put Eden Prime behind us.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
2 Paragon, 2 Renegade.
Dead Marines, dead colonists. And in the end, we still didn't get that beacon.
You saved a lot of lives, Commander. It might be hard to keep that in perspective with what happened to Jenkins.
Thanks, Williams. I needed to hear that. I think you're gonna fit in here just fine.
Thanks, Commander.
So, overall, we seem to be off on the right foot now with Ashley. I really have no reason to be mean to her. Not yet. We don't really know each other that well. But she's got a lot of spunk, as I said earlier. And as a soldier, as a tankable soldier, she's definitely valuable. Shepard's Locker. This is something I guess this is like a reward for every major plot mission you go on. You get to come back and get some gifts. Nothing too great. We know this Banshee 2 is really no good. We don't know how well the other ones are going to stack up, so we're going to take them. And we get some Omnigel too. Here's the good doctor. She's out of the med bay because Anderson asked to speak to us in private.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
This is the only time, this is why you want to talk to her now. This is the only time you can ask her about Captain Anderson. Later, when you see her again, only these other two will be available. So,
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Kaidan's lucky. He just gets migraines.
So I'm a biotic as well, as a sentinel, and I'm pretty sure I don't get any complications, so I presumably am an L3.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. We've caught up with everybody on this deck. Let's go downstairs. I mean, we do have an assignment, that is go talk to Joker, our pilot. But as usual, until we do get there, we won't be missing out on anything. Besides, we haven't been down here before. You may see on your radar screen a little red X and a little green square. We haven't seen the green square before. The little orange X is your locker. And this is yet another spoiler. We have 6 lockers here, but only 2 of them can be interacted with. And one of them says Kaidan's locker, the other one says Ashley's locker. So this suggests, of course, that we will be picking up additional squad mates, and in fact we will. But this is basically a nice place to handle your inventory, but I was kind of doing that while we were on the mission at Eden Prime. And this is a vehicle. It's called the M35 Mako. We'll see a lot of this actually, but not right now. And the little green square represents a store where you can buy and sell stuff. This is kind of important. Well, there are a number of stores throughout the game. It's very handy to have one right on the ship.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
This is an example of the game actually reshuffling the different questions you can ask. So initially licenses was up here. There's a few places where the game will do this, and it's rather annoying. So you kind of have to remember what questions you've asked.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright, and this is how the store works. You arrive and you have 3 separate things you can do. You can buy stuff, you can sell stuff, and then after you sell stuff, you can buy it back. But only the last 20 items that you sold. And the curious thing is that it's not per vendor. There's basically a queue of 20 items that you've sold, and you can buy them back from any vendor. It's a little strange that way, but anyway, let's take a look at what he has for sale. Because I obtained the Rich achievement, I now have access to the Spectre Master Gear. Of course, Spectre Master Gear is way more expensive than I have money for, so I'm not buying any of that. But it is nice that it's always available to me at the point that, for whenever I have enough money, I can go ahead and buy it. The things I'm interested in here are this Metagel upgrade and this grenade upgrade. They both cost 200 credits each, and I have enough money. These basically increase the amount of Metagel and grenades you can carry, and I want that. Everything else I'm going to guess is either not, I can't afford anything else at this point, and that's fine. I don't care. I get some XP for talking to him. I was going to say something else, and I think we're all caught up there. We can take a peek back here, which is the engine room. And this is Engineer Adams. We can't yet have a full conversation with him, but of course we can always be on the lookout for things that we can touch and examine. And you see that one right there, Element 0 Core. We can look at that for some codex, and the Field Integrity Monitor. This is Engineer Adams.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
It is nice that the some of the squad mates acknowledge that Jenkins has been lost.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
I agree. And yay, just by collecting codex, being on the watch for it, we managed to level up. I think that brings us to level 5. Yes, it does. So we've now gathered about 1,000 XP over the course of the very first mission. That's pretty good. Level 5. I'm still chasing lift. Looks like we'll finally have lift at the start of the next level. Now we have advanced sabotage. So now we can decrypt any average objects in addition to any easy ones. And I'm going to go ahead and throw another point into sniper rifles because I'm going to be chasing assassination and of course a steadier sniper rifle. Okay. And because I'm not technically in a squad formation, I don't have any way to level anyone else up yet. And I think that's kind of a shortcoming of the game. The fact that there's no way, like there's lockers downstairs, and that way you can handle everyone's equipment, but there's no way to handle everyone's squad points. Too bad. Alright, I think the only thing left to do is to proceed to the Citadel, and that's yet another long cutscene. I think we're going to go ahead and park ourselves right up here. There's no more codex to be gathered up here. There will be later. And yeah, there's Kaidan's seat, which will remain empty for the rest of the game. Anyway, we'll cut off the episode here. Very good, and we'll pick it up from here next time.